So yeah, I know I'm making a lot of little short videos. It's because I'm watching Shark Tank. I know I'm not a YouTuber. Um, I need help. Someone has to step forward. I was so close to just throwing in the towel after the gang raping and sodomy that happened and torture in Boise, Idaho. That hurt. My right arm is just so much more damaged than it was before. I'm curious as to why she thinks she can push it so far. Because the way it feels and the lack of range of movement that I have. Okay, baby. I know. I know. They just don't want to inhale this shit anymore. For the guy to say that they're tired, they're not tired. We barely did anything. And anyhow, you don't know my fucking dogs. I do. Okay? Um, but yeah, I just don't see that they don't know every single person here. They were just hoping, they were planning, which means that they had access to what room I was going to be in. And they were planning on me being there, so that's why they got the other side of the duplex to put her in. But then I would have no doubt that they would need to have me surrounded. I just don't see that they would allow anybody here that was not part of this. I just don't. So, and everybody, looks like, oh no, maybe that can't possibly be. They don't look that way. God damn if they don't come in all different shapes and sizes and ethnicities and just everything, you know, ages, um, you know, yeah. So I've heard her up there tonight. Um, that because the thing is this is that they can gas the room and gas the room and gas the room, but if I keep drinking coffee, which I haven't started yet, but if I drink coffee and I stay awake, then their best bet is to actually physically hit me in the face with it and come to skin contact. That's the hitting, the dogs, Vita going up her nose. Those are and I wonder if it's that thing that you see flying in the air. Maybe that was what went up her nose. You know that shit that you keep seeing? But see, even like this area right here. See how that's like got movement to it? Doesn't that look like gas? You know what I mean? Because it's like, it's not anything there. But there's something obviously, you know, there. And I can tell you from breathing it in right now that it's here. Um, Anyhow, I was saying after that big gang rape, sodomy, torture session in Boise, she got a little carried away. They got a little carried away. I had already been ripped open in Forest Grove, Oregon, and probably given some sort of infection by that really dirty drug addict, mentally ill guy who was living at that hotel, the thinner one. And yeah, it's in those moments that I'm just like, holy fuck, like, I'm not going to do this again. I hate the fact that she listens to this shit. She's just up there. But I am a human being of value. And I deserve to be on this planet. I'll do good things being on this planet. I can do amazing things. And I'm a worthwhile person to have around. And all of these people are not. They're just not. Because they're just going to cause human suffering over and over and over again until they die. That's it. That's all this crazy bitch will ever do with her life. She'll never do anything else. Even sharing drugs with her friends. That's perpetuating suffering. So that's the facts. So I feel very done with this, and I really want help. All it takes is exposure, because the feds will be forced to do something about it. They'll be forced. And at some point, this will come to light. This whole gassing thing, this whole, that these motorcycle gangs, these, the targeting and the harassment and the stalking and the terrorism, these things will increase as more of those people become, there are more and more of them, and the more that they'll do this, and it just takes time. Kicking on the heat. I would say, how do they do that? But there's actually a remote control right over there. So I'm guessing they just grabbed the remote control from their other room and are using it. Hey, I figured that one out. But anyhow, it sucks. And I sit here and I contemplate, there's got to be how many people, including probably every single founder of the organization that runs this, that would want to know that this was happening, that would want to stop this from happening, that would want to get the people that are participating in this, that work for their company, out, charged, whatever, so it doesn't ever happen again. But how do I get them to understand what's happening when I know how it sounds? So, and I've gone down this road, and I've done it very selectively. Like, I called the fire department one time. I haven't done that since then, because I'm very aware that it took me months to figure out what was going on. And that was with bruises on my body, semen coming out of me, pubic hair being cut off. I was in a daze, and that added to that. I was drugged. But still, because it's insane, I've never heard of it happening before. I didn't expect it to happen. I didn't think my dogs wouldn't wake me up. There's no way I could conceptualize this. I've never even done nitrous oxide as a party drug. I don't know about these things, I had one security guy say, when I said in the beginning, I think they were using nitrous, and then they were coming in and using things like maybe propofol, and he said probably Rohypnol, maybe. I just don't know, because so it's like, this whole thing, I'm crazy, I'm making all this up. I can't even figure it out. How could I fucking make it up? Like, if I had a story in mind, like if I had the story, like I've actually written a pilot, like if I knew my story, then I would be telling it. I don't. I'm trying to fucking figure it out as this shit. I can hear little things tinking and hitting this. So, anyhow, someone help me, please. In my whole life, I've really asked for a lot, and this is such a big ask, and I get that, but I am in Kanab, Utah. If anybody wants to help me, if anybody wants to just say, you know what, fuck this shit seems real enough to me, I don't want to watch these animals fucking suffer anymore, I don't want to know about this woman being raped and sodomized anymore, I can actually do something about this, I can help this woman, please do, please. Like, literally, if I'm here on the rest of the planet, and this isn't like, oh, if God saves me, then I'll do good. I've always done good. Like I worked in social services. I worked as a case manager. I worked as a crisis counselor. Even when I was a cashier, I worked at a co-op. I just want to do those things. Like right now, staying here at the Best Friends Animal Society, I want to be fucking volunteering. If you don't think I don't think every day about the fact that there's dogs here that need to be walked, and that I'm sitting here being gassed instead of being able to just leave my dogs in the room and go and volunteer for a couple hours. See, Vita's laying in front of that, and she's getting it shot right at her, and I bet you anything it's going right into her ears. Somebody help us, please. We need it. If you think I'm sitting around and doing nothing, and you figure it out. You figure it out. So, there you go.